Hello there, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Cartooning with Paul. Today, I'm going to answer your burning questions. That's right, I'm getting around to answering those Q&A questions that were sent to me a bit ago. I did get a few responses. Yep, whoa. Whew. All right, so fill up your favorite mug of Irish coffee and let's get started. All right, guys, well, let's dive right on in, huh? So Joseph writes, I would like to know at what age did you know you wanted to be an artist and what was your main inspiration? Well, thank you, Joseph, for this question. It's awfully nice. To be honest with you, I always knew I wanted to be an artist. Ever since I could remember, I would pull out my Crayola crayons and a doodle pad and just draw whatever I saw on TV. I would pull out a coloring book and I would try to copy the drawings in those books. And that was really the origin of me wanting to be a cartoonist. A major inspiration, I mean, you can't get better than Walt Disney. Even though he didn't do any drawings once he started his studio, he would inspire his artists to do some really great things. He would always push them to do better and strive to be the greatest artists that they could be so that we could get this amazing content that we have on our bookshelves now. He's really a main inspiration. As far as drawing, I would say Andreas Deja is one of my favorite animators, as well as Glenn Keane. Those two are masters. You know, I've got a long list of animators that really inspire me, but those are my two biggest ones. So, let's see. Sean and Sarah write, Hi, Paul. Sean and I are sitting here, and here are a few things we'd like to know. Have you always preferred to draw, or have you ever tried painting? Yes, I do paint. I paint quite a bit. While drawing and cartooning is my main go-to for art, I do a little bit of everything. I paint, I sculpt, I paint murals, I paint canvases, I paint watercolor portraits. So I do a lot of painting. Maybe I should do some for the channel. So that's a good idea, thank you so much. Did you have to go to college to become a Disney artist? Yes, go to school, kids. Let me tell you, even if you feel like you're done with school, trust me, complete school. Get your college degree. I know there's a lot of nonsense out there right now that a college degree isn't going to help you in this world. Trust me, it will. Because without that degree, you get passed up for jobs that you really want. So stay in school, finish, get that degree. If you're going for a field that requires a master's degree, just knock that out right away, okay? Stay in school. Okay, and 3, what is your favorite Disney character to draw? Oh, man, that's like asking me, what's my favorite Disney movie? You know what? My go-to is usually Goofy. Goofy's a lot of fun to draw. He's very fluid. It's actually the reason why he was my first drawing on this channel. I will get into better drawings of Goofy and Mickey and everything as we go on in this channel, but for right now, I'm just trying to give you guys a variety. All right, so thank you so much. Let's see, the next question comes from Madeline. Hi, Paul, I love your show. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I watch it all the time. Thanks for the views. We see your workstation every week, but I want to see it up close. Can you please show us where you work? Can you show us where you work at Disney, too? I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I can't film where I work at Disney. There are policies against that. That's just, I'd never be able to do that and keep my job. But if you really want to see my workstation, be happy to show it to you. Here, hold on a sec. All right, guys. So, in essence, here is, let me focus. Here's the drawing table, okay? And there's the mount for my GoPro that shows you how I'm drawing while doing each episode. Let's see. Over here, you have to excuse the mess. There's my T-square and my drawing board that you guys have seen, and some brushes. There is a sculpture of Mickey Mouse. It is from the Florida animation studios when Disney was still animating hand-drawn in Florida. So that one came from the studio itself. There are 2 animated features that were created almost entirely in the Florida studio. And that was Mulan and Lilo and Stitch. I've got some sculpting tools here because I work with clay. Some business cards are in the background. Sorry, it's a little messy here. So I've got some color pencils. There's my mirror that I use for reference when I need to draw a face and I can't quite figure out the expression. I've got some fun little statues here. These are from the Disney Infinity video game. These are all the Star Wars figures I've got from that. Okay, so we've got my lamp. And there's my small lamp and the Luxo ball. That's my fun take on the Luxo Jr. short from Pixar. And here are some maquettes that I'm collecting over time. I've got a neat little Batman neon light that my brother-in-law gave me a couple years ago. There's me. And there's a beautiful statue titled Self-Portrait. It's Mickey painting a vision of himself, but he's actually painting Walt Disney because they are one and the same. I don't know if you realize that, but Mickey Mouse is essentially Walt Disney. A friend of mine, Rex, gave me this awesome mixtape from Guardians of the Galaxy Breakout. Above there is where I keep my collection of, I'm supposed to go back. My collection of maquettes. I keep them up here for safekeeping. When I need to pull one down, I'll pull it down, put it on the shelf. And why am I pulling out? There we go. And then down here, I've got a trusty pencil sharpener, my beautiful Copic marker collection that's growing. Hi, R2. And just paper, rulers. There's my kneaded eraser. Down below here is where I'm keeping my model of the DeLorean that I'm building month by month. One of the greatest books. Here, let me pull this around. Let me pull this around here. Guys, if you're interested in learning about real drawing technique from the Disney animators, I recommend this book. It's really an animation Bible. It's called The Illusion of Life. It's about Disney animation by legendary animators Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnston. That's what the cover looks like. It's a nice thick book, and it's full of good information, good advice, and some beautiful animation drawings in there. If you're really interested in learning how to really draw well, check that one out. All right, Madeline, well, that's where I work. So hopefully that wasn't too dusty. We'll see that in post. Okay, so let's see. We have a question from Vince. Hi, Paul. Your voiceover video was awesome. Thank you. I wasn't sure I was going to put that up there. I can't believe you sounded just like all the characters in the video. Thank you. When did you know you could do that? Did you ever learn how to do it? And how do you do all of them at the same time? P.S. Please do more of them. A lot more. Vince, thank you very much. That's awfully nice of you. Yes, I have been getting a lot of positive feedback. People want more of those videos. We've got a couple down in the pipeline here that I'm working on. Yes, I did have to learn how to do it. I've always known I could make my voice sound like other people. As a matter of fact, ever since I was little, I knew I wanted to animate cartoons and do the voices. For some reason, I always knew that the voices were done by people. So yeah, I've always wanted to do that. That's actually really why I moved out to California. It just hasn't happened yet. Demos are very expensive. But at any rate, I've always known I could do it. Every now and then I will catch my voice doing something that sounds familiar, so I will try to hone in on that and find where it is in my mouth or in my throat, and I will try to fine tune it and create a character with it. It's not just about making sounds, it's about acting. Anybody is interested in learning how to do voiceover, reach out to me. I have some instructors who have taught me. Some of them are absolutely amazing, and I'll point you in the right direction. Yes, you do need to learn how to do it. There's mic technique, where you hold yourself in the microphone, how you use the microphone to its best effect. It's not just about doing funny voices. You really need to act. So if you're interested in it, I recommend doing some stage productions. If there's a school play or a local production, try out for it, audition, and work on acting skills. Because you can't just go in there knowing how to sound like Daffy Duck. They already have 10 people over at Warner that know how to sound like Daffy Duck. They want to hear original sounds, they want to hear original voices, and they need you to be able to act. That's why they hire big name actors. One, because the name looks good on the marquee and it gets people into the theater. But two, they know how to act well. So, and then there's John Cena. So thank you very much, Vince. I appreciate that. I wasn't sure I was going to put that up there. I've had friends and family asking me to do that for a little bit, but then that email came through And I had to step up to the challenge. But he's reached out again, so you'll be seeing him again soon. Okay, so the next one comes from Kim. Hi, Paul. You draw a lot of Disney characters. Do you draw other characters that aren't Disney? Yes, I do. Do you draw any anime? No, I'm sorry, I don't. All right, will we see other characters on your show? Kim, thank you so much. I appreciate the questions. Yes, I draw anything and everything. You can't just draw one thing. You got to be able to be very well-rounded. So I draw everything from Disney and Peanuts characters, Warner Brothers characters, all the Looney Tunes. I pretty much draw anything and everything, except for anime. And the reason is, here in the United States, there are no studios, at least none that I'm aware of, that produce anime. It's all done overseas. So as much as I know that there are tons of anime fans out here in the States, I don't teach how to do it because there are no applications out here in the US. But yes, you will see lots of different character designs on the show. I'm just getting started here. That's why it's been so rough. But I like to think I'm getting better at it. But anyway, thank you so much for the question. So the next question comes from Jennifer. She writes, Paul, I love your channel. Thank you so much. And guys, thank you everybody for your outpouring of support for this channel. We're growing slowly, but we're growing, and it's because you guys. Without you guys, I'm just talking to a camera for a few episodes and then you quit because there's nobody watching. But you guys are watching and you're asking questions, you're asking for more, and I thank you like you wouldn't believe. I'm so excited. Where did you come up with the idea for your show? And how long does it take to make an episode? So I've been teaching after-school cartooning classes for elementary kids for many years. Now I do, when the schedule allows it, I will come into my wife's elementary school and I will teach cartooning classes. So after school one day, one of my wife's co-teachers came in and said, Paul, you should start a YouTube channel. My wife loved this idea, and the two of them decided that this was going to happen. I was reluctant at first. I didn't think anybody would want to watch it. I didn't think I'd be entertaining enough for it, to be honest with you. It took a little while to get started. But yeah, anyway, that's where the idea came from, and it kind of evolved from that. How long it takes me to make an episode, that depends on what we're doing. My first few episodes, I mean, the drawing itself takes however long the drawing takes. If it's going to be a real detailed drawing, that's going to take me a little while, and then I'll edit it for time. Or I did edit for time. I've had some feedback telling me that they like drawing in real time with the video, so they want fewer cuts. So I'm trying to do fewer cuts, and I'm trying to be cognizant of the pacing of the drawings themselves. I'll edit my rambling. For the most part, you know, the drawing doesn't take very long. It's learning editing. It's learning post-production, and this post-production learning process is going to be a long one. But I'm getting faster at editing, getting faster at using the tools on the computers, and with that means that I'm now going to have to really try to come up with learning all of the gimmicks of special effects, because I want these videos to be as exciting for you as possible. I'm learning some things. Some things I'm ready to put in the videos soon. Some will probably take a little while because I got to learn them. But yeah, I've got some plans for this channel, so please bear with me. And I appreciate you sitting through the bland learning how to draw Mickey Mouse episodes. I'm going to really try to punch this up soon. All right, so stay tuned. Please give me as much support as you can. The thumbs up and the comments are huge. Google looks at that. So if you like a video, please give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs down if you really want to. That's fine, because that's all engagement. So I appreciate all of that interaction on the channel. All right, and because this video is kind of going a little longer than I thought. One more, this is from Melissa. She writes, what is your favorite Disney movie? Okay, I believe I joked about that a second ago. Oh man, that's like asking me, you know, what's my favorite Disney movie? I'm assuming we're talking animated. My favorite animated films, man, it's like a three-way tie. It's the answer I give. I love Peter Pan. I grew up loving Peter Pan. It was my mother's favorite movie. It became one of mine too. So between that, Tarzan, because the animation is stunning, and the same reason for The Hunchback of Notre Dame, I love these. I studied animation. I've studied animation intensively for years, so I really appreciate the level of detail that they put into these films. Those are my three favorites. I'm gonna cheat out on you with that. I love those films. For live action Disney films, you know what? I really love the second version of Pete's Dragon. There's just something about that film that just kind of gets you right in here. I love that film. That is a terrific film. So yeah, so those are my favorites off the top of my head at the moment. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for these questions. Like I said, I've got a bunch more here, but I respect your time. So we'll do another volume of this some point soon. Guys, thank you so much for your questions. Like I said, I've got a bunch more, but I respect your time. So we're going to cut it here. I'm going to put them on another show, and that means you've got some time. Send me some more questions. Shoot me an email, throw it in the comments, ask me whatever questions you want, and we'll throw them into a future show. Also, guys, I've got a new shop in Teespring, so check out that, see if anything is of any interest to you. Thanks again for watching. We will see you later.